Hey everybody, welcome to another timeless pick a card reading with bruddaZen, where this one we're going to be looking at how can we transform our sadness? Where does it come from? What does Spirit want us to know? And what can we do to move it when we're ready? So you're going to have a choice between 3 different pick a card readings. Timestamps for everything are listed in the description box down below. So if you want to leap forward to one of those others, you can do that. We're going to start with number 1 right now. If you chose reading number 1, and then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off here with the Naked Heart Tarot just to see what is the source of the sadness. What area of our life is it in regards to? So we'll start off just trying to identify what is happening there. All right. So we got a few cards that came in here. Let's see what we've got here. All right. So we do have the first card that came out is the Spirit of Swords, which is the King of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And it represents our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, fear of failure, fear of rejection. And there's this slow movingness that comes in here. I mean, the movement of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight out of all of the knights. So that does show us that things seem to be being drawn out, and there's these, it feels like our sadness is tied to timing, like things are not unfolding like we think that they're supposed to and should and need to in order for us to feel successful, to feel worthy, right? And the Seven of Pentacles is a lot like the Movement of Pentacles in that it's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So there is like this patience energy that comes in with here as being the source of our sadness. So delay seems to be coming in here. Now, I'm also going to pull here from the Psychic Tarot Oracle, and we're going to see here what advice that they have on how we can transform this. What's like the big tool, or what awareness can help us transform our sadness? What can we know about here, about this timing? Right, so we'll start off with this one here. Crown chakra. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course, the crown chakra is what connects us to the higher realms. So I feel like they're saying here with the crown, this is one of there's like, of course, all the chakras here in this deck. It doesn't go into a ton of extra detail besides that it is about the knowing, the trusting that everything is designed, everything will unfold. You know, the sevens here, the 7 and the 7. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Just trusting the timing. If we're going to trust Creator and Source, then we can also trust the timing, because they're not going to like, oops, I forgot, I'm late, we didn't do it in time. It's going to come in the perfect timing. What is meant for us will not pass us by. We're also going to use the Light Seers Tarot just to see what's on the other side of this transformation. What can the sadness transform into, and any other information on how we can transform it here. Okay. So we've got 3 for this one as well. Let me just make space over here for the cards. All right. So the first one up here, the 3 of Swords, realizing what of our, with that King of Swords, the releasing, the understanding that heartbreak is really a misunderstanding. Our hearts cannot be broken. We just have these feelings that our heart is being broken, and those feelings are actually our heart going into fight or flight mode. Like if someone like scares you, boo, it's like that pain we feel in our heart for that moment. It goes away when we realize that the threat of the person scaring us was just a joke and But heartbreak is that feeling of the pricking of the fear of being rejected, of failure, of not being lovable, looping over and over and over again. Because when we go to sleep or we get distracted, the feeling of fear and heartbreak go away till we remember it again, and then it activates again, right? So that's an important thing. Look, another 7. All these 7s, definitely synchronistic for that. If you've been seeing a lot of 7s, or 7's an important number. But 7 of Cups is our emotional choice coming in here too. The 7 of Cups normally is emotional confusion related to fear. And if we are feeling emotionally confused, or our mind feels confused, that's what happens when we go into this fight or flight mode. And that is what this is helping transform it to, is calmness. Part of all the experience that you're learning and growing through is that you get to choose what emotion you want to feel as you go through it. And they're kind of going, do I want this emotion, or this emotion, or this emotion, or this emotion? We get to choose it. It's not the outside circumstance that defines it. So when I'm done feeling sad, I can choose a different emotion. It's up to me. Realizing we're not trapped in here, but we feel trapped when we're in fight or flight mode because we are in old habits of thinking and believing, right? And then we have Temperance, another patience card. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is teaching us to trust the timing, understanding that the tempering, which is like the alchemist journey, and it's 14, 7 plus 7, right? The tempering, it's usually 2 cups going back and forth, and each time it starts off as like a base metal, and as it's going back and forth, the timing that it takes is transforming. Each time it's going, there's this magic going in between the cups. Eventually, boom, it turns to gold. So again, all this trusting the timing is definitely coming in here with those. We're also going to pull from the Power of Surrender deck here, and we're just going to see what unfolds here. What can we surrender to help us in transforming, going from this feeling of sadness and lower vibrational energy into a higher vibrational energy of trust? Okay. And the gut looks like, with the Strength card in the Standard Tarot, looks a lot like this, but it says surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. That is one of our powers here, the power of emotional choice. And rather than feeling like we're at the whim of whatever is happening, like, well, I have to wait until so-and-so happens in order to be happy, this is actually saying that we can choose to be happy for no reason at all, and then no one can take it away from us, and then no one can make us wait for it either. We're recognizing the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that we are, who is made of unconditional love, whose natural state is joy and peace and patience, and because we're trusting, knowing that we are eternal, so we're not in such a rush to get things done. We're not running to get to the end of things, getting to a destination in order to feel whole and complete. We can be whole and complete right now and enjoy the journey as we're going forward. So I'm loving that. And then also, we've got the Gateway Oracle. Let's see what else they have for us. What opens the gateway, right? For the sadness to open the door to head back into joy when we're ready. And there's no right or wrong. There's nothing wrong with feeling sadness, because we come here to experience the lower vibrational energies. The whole purpose of this reading is to show us that when we're ready to move from a lower vibrational energy, a lower vibrational love, to a higher joyful, loving vibration, we can. And so it's just showing us this. Sharing of yourself. I am an incredibly generous being. I love it. The zebra coming in there. I'm going to put that right here. And let's see what message this brings in. So the card meaning is sharing who you are with others. Give what you have, what you do, and who you are. Like right now, not waiting, going, well, I'll be able to do it when. Start now. Be generous. The more freely and fully you share of yourself, the more freely and fully the universe will give to you. I like it. And the universe does want you to know you need to share from the depths of your soul. Allow others to see your essence and feel your radiance. If you give with the thought that it's something you must do as a duty or a sacrifice, you may feel depleted. However, if you give with the belief that there's no scarcity of energy, funds, or joy, the universe will pour an abundance of these things into your life. Don't expect to receive something in return. Rather, be generous just because it feels right. You can only give as much as your capacity to receive, so open yourself to receive even more. And questions you can ask yourself: how can I give even more? What is stopping the flow within my life? And what could occur in my life if I gave without reservation? Yeah, so there is this energy, of course, whenever we feel scarcity, that also, the lower vibrational energies slow us down. And the more we move higher and higher and recognize in our power who we truly are, those powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings, the higher our love vibration, the faster life speeds up. And I like that message of, we can't give more or receive more love to the extent we love ourselves. If I love myself that much, no matter how much love I want to give out, it's going to trickle out. No matter how much love people want to give me, it's going to trickle in. But the more I increase my self-love up and above, it opens the pipeline. It also opens the pipeline between me and humans. So I like that. And then we're also going to pull here from the Law of Positivism Healing Oracle. Let's see what else we have here. What else would you like those that chose reading one? Okay, they do want this one here. And we've got, I forgive and release the past to heal my life. Beautiful. We'll put that right here. Let's see what message comes in here. Forgiveness is the internal process of unconditional acceptance, compassion, and release. When we understand that we have to accept all of life, its blessings and lessons, to fully walk our path, we release the need to hold on to the past. Forgiveness is the way of liberation and unconditional love and acceptance. What are you holding on to that's keeping you in the past? Is it a place, a situation, an event, a memory, or a person? Is it something that has been happening within or outside of you? And these questions are essential to contemplate if you're dedicated to healing your life and its layers. It is vital for the present moment and the future that you consciously let past experiences that have served you or even hurt you come to the surface so you can observe them. This can bring back uncomfortable memories, but it is better to be consciously aware of them than to suppress them. When you do so, they cause imbalances, not only energetically, but also emotionally, physically, and mentally. So tap into your heart and that unconditional forgiveness to take a giant leap in your healing. It also will speed up time. You can practice and release and forgive. This practice is an act of self-love. You can use it as long and as often as required. Number one, it's sit in stillness and meditation and ask yourself, what am I holding on to and what needs forgiveness? How can I forgive myself and others? Number two, journal on the things that are coming up right now This is what you can focus on healing. And number 3, then write down, I forgive, ... and continue with what you are forgiving and releasing right now. Beautiful. The waning crescent moon here represents release, and the beautiful butterflies represent hope. So I like this energy. It's this transformation. It's trusting the time. What is holding us back? What anchors are keeping us from moving forward, right? So I like the awareness around there. Then the final card for your reading today is going to be from the Teachings of Abraham, the Well-Being cards of Esther and Jerry Hicks. So let's take a look here and see what are their final messages or message for you. Okay, try that one more time. All right, here we go. Okay, any others? Okay. So we'll take a look here. I like it. This is a glorious time for me to be on the earth. Beautiful card. And it says, you are an extension of source energy in these magnificent physical bodies. The amazing diversity of your time, space, reality provides the perfect balance from which to create and attract. There's never been a better time to be upon the planet. Yeah, time, space, reality. Well, what do you know? Time. And then your final card here is what I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I am creating. And this one says, you were born a magnificent emotional guidance system. With a magnificent emotional guidance system that lets you know in every moment exactly what your vibrational content is, which is being matched by the law of attraction, like attracts like. And it is your desire to feel good and your practice to choose good feeling thoughts. Only good things will come to you. Yeah, so whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so when we're done focusing in and bringing in these lower vibrational emotions of sadness, joy is right around the corner in this wonderful journey to get there. So I'm liking this for you, all of you that chose reading number 1. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a couple things that you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That tells me that you're enjoying this content, and it tells YouTube that you are as well. They'll bring more of it like it to you. The second thing you do is click that subscribe button, because that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go into the notification settings, you can select the option for all, and then you'll get notified when any new videos come out here. And you'll also get notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go live every Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're interested in any of that, just know that doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and you are part of the love tsunami. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy excited. It wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed down in the description box below. And if you're watching this during the month of July in 2023, all these 7s, I am having a 50% off sale on those too. All that will be listed in the description box. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through this wonderful adventure, know that every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until we see each other again, much love to you. Hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off using the Naked Heart Tarot just to find out what is the source of the sadness. What is at the root? So that's where we'll start here and see what Spirit wants us to know. Where does the sadness come from? All right. Any others? All right. That one there. Okay. So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So we do have the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands. So this has to do with our passion, our drive, our ambition, our overall energy. Whoops. And then let's take a look here. We do have the Six of Swords, which is the movement card, movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, choppy waters to calmer waters. So let's see, and then what's the final card here? Yeah, 10 of Wands. So we definitely, this is Wands energy, and this has to do with whatever we're focusing on is what is growing. So the root of our sadness has to do with the focus of our energy that seems to be a lot on what these old beliefs, the choppy waters, the fear of what has been going on, what is missing in our life. So the energy of sadness has been growing and expanding because we are focusing on a sad circumstance. And because we are feeding that sad circumstance, it grows and it grows and it continues and it continues and it invites more in. There's an old phrase that I remember from my early childhood in organized religion. A pastor had said something like, if we nurse it and rehearse it, instead we can disperse it so God can reverse it. But this is feeling like we're nursing some sadness, and so we're feeding it, and it keeps growing and it stays with us because we're giving it a lot of this 10 of Wands energy. So I see that there, and then we're also going to pull a card here from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And let's take a look here and see what else they want us to know about this sadness and how we can transform it when we're ready. The whole purpose of this video is how we can transform it when we're ready, but there's nothing wrong with feeling these. We come down here to feel the lower vibrational energies of love. And when we're ready, though, this is about how we can transform it into something that we naturally are. We are naturally joyful beings, powerful, supernatural, eternal beings made of unconditional love and joy and peace and gratitude. So our natural state is joy, but we come down here to see the opposite, because in experiencing the opposite, we understand more fully who we really are. Where if we're surrounded by light all the time and there's no darkness, we don't realize we're light until we experience the darkness, if that makes sense. All right, so let's take a look here. And what else would you like us to know here? Okay, what else about our sadness or transformation? Oh, we have Triumph, card number 7. I like this. This is the Chariot card in the Standard Tarot. And this does tell us whatever we focus on does grow and expand. Every moment, this is movement. So another movement card here, but it's a victory card as well. And there's this undertow of, usually there's 2 horses on there, a black and a white, and whichever one we feed is what grows. So normally, you would kind of have this story here in America. There's an old Native American story about a grandfather who was talking to their grandchild, and they were talking about, why is there so much struggle? Why is all this stuff happening? And the grandfather said, well, within every human being, there's a dark wolf and a white wolf, and they're constantly battling. And the grandchild, of course, asked, well, which one wins? And the grandfather was, whichever one we feed the most. So that does come in here, and the Chariot card tells us that every second is a choice of either higher vibrational love or lower vibrational love. And there's 4 areas we make choices in. We choose what thought, what story we're put into the situation. Here's the the 6 of Swords movement of thought. We also choose each moment what emotion we want to feel. 3, what energy we invest in the moment. And number 4 is what actions we take. So we're given a lot of opinions, some supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts from the past. And when we, are absorbed and we take those on as our own opinion and our own habit, then we habitually assign this story, feel this emotion, assign that energy, and, act out in a certain way until we're ready. Then triumph. We are able to triumph over anything when we're ready to choose differently. Let's see what else because this is an oracle, let's see what else they bring in here too. So the power of your soul is pushing and nudging you steadily forward. Whether you're setting new goals, developing ideas, or planning a journey, it's essential that it's carefully thought out. And when you tap into your inner guidance and balance it with self-control, hard work, and perseverance, it's likely to manifest a triumphant outcome. It's time for you to be single-minded and focused on the end goal. Visualize the successful results as if it were happening right now. And when you've achieved what you set out to do, your ability to meet other life challenges will be significantly increased. When you try to move forward without balance, direction, or guidance, it's easy to slip off your intended path and be drawn from your desired goal. Now is not the time to let go or allow the river of life to pull you into its current, as you could easily lose control. Grab your oars, grip them tightly, and steer carefully towards your highest aim or destination. And the Triumph card reminds you that you don't have to be alone with all of life's ups and downs and the challenges that face you. This is a time to tap into the powerful knowledge of others, as well as to use the inner resources that are within you. Perfect. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know here about how to transform it or what this transforms into. So let's take a look here and see what else. Okay. I give that one, and that one. All right, let's see what we got here. So your first card up here is the Four of Swords. So this is peace of mind. And so we have this energy here. The 4 and the 6 is even numbers in the minor arcana are about flow of thought and belief or whatever the suit is. And so the 10 of Wands is endings and new beginnings. The Spirit of Wands, they rule over the Ace of Wands. So there is this energy of a new way of thinking, cutting away the focus on the old to focus on the new. And here you have the Wands again. 3 of Wands, though, is about you choosing to go a different course with new information, with new knowledge that you have. You're changing course. Originally, when you had the Ace of Wands, you had a passion about doing something. The 2 of Wands, you put a lot of plans, and then, you've implemented them and you've made steps, but now you've reached the shore and decided, instead of taking this boat this way, I'm going to take the boat this way instead. So you do have this course alteration, this change of direction that's definitely coming in here. Yep, and here's the Knight of Wands. So all this wand energy just reinforces it that this is about wherever you're focusing your energy is what is driving and moving it. So we've been feeding the lower vibrational energy with all this wands, and it's changing where you're focusing your energy, and you're going to see it happen fast. Knight of Wands, fastest moving knight out of them all, and all of this does indicate that there is this switch that's coming up. Now we're also going to pull here from the Power of Surrender deck, and we're just going to see what other information they have for us on how we can transform this and change the focus, so we stop feeding and growing those things. Yep. Surrender your fear of change. Here's another horse. Look at all the horses. Got a horse here. This is the horse, and I thought I saw another horse, but here we have the horse here. And it says, the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. And whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your wealth, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So definitely this movement of energy focusing on the higher vibrational things in life, like gratitude and unconditional love and joy and peace of mind, right, and patience. There is this change that's happening here, and we're surrendering the fear of change. You know, when whatever we focus on is what we actually draw to us. So with all this Wands energy, when we focus on our fears, we're telling the universe, send me more of that. Or we fear something will leave our lives, we're repelling it out of our lives. An example Spirit gave recently was like a little kid going into a bakery, and there's like a glass case with donuts, and the little kid's pointing at this donut over and over and over again. So the baker, gets a box, loads up 12 donuts, a dozen, gives them to the child. And the child's like, no, I hate those. I go, why are you pointing at them then? Point at what you love, and I'll give you a dozen of those instead. So I like it. And then we have the Gateway Oracle cards. We'll see what can open the gateway between transformation when we're ready to move from sadness to joy or another higher vibrational emotion. And we've got Revealing Radiance. My light illumines the world. Beautiful. I like this energy that comes in with this, because it is telling you that, when you smile, you can change the world. And so don't underestimate the power of your bright light in the world. And I like that coming in here. Because the card meaning is there is luminosity within you that's expanding. I like it. It's expanding. It illuminates others and brings light to the darkness. Your radiance also acts as a sacred beacon that calls the bounty and support of the universe to you, right? When we focus on gratitude, it also draws that to us. The universe wants you to know that even if you've been feeling lackluster lately, know that there's a vibrant, shimmering light radiating within you. Take time to be still and welcome the light revealing itself to you. Own your radiance, and the rays will expand into the farthest reaches of time and space. When you shine brightly from your heart, the bounty of the universe showers you with blessings. You are the light. And questions you can ask yourself are, how can I shine even more brightly? Who helps me shine, and who dims my light? What do I need to clear out of my life so I can shine even brighter? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then we're going to pull here from the Law of Positivism. And it's the Healing Oracle, and we'll see what else they want to bring in here for you. So what else? For those that chose reading 2, what else do you want? Okay. And you've got, I focus my thoughts on abundance and gratitude. There we go. So card number 19. We'll just put that right here. Here we go with that 19. 9 plus 1 is 10. Endings and new beginnings. But again, what we focus on grows and expands. So your thoughts shape your reality and perception, which can either leave you feeling complete or lacking. Are you focusing on what you don't have instead of what you do? Since reality is all within us, our inner dialogue and focus determine how fulfilled we feel. Some having nothing and have everything, while others have everything but have nothing. Life is like a dream, which means we just perceive a fraction of it in an awake state. You're not seeing the whole picture and your whole timeline right now, and therefore you can feel lack and doubt, not understanding the magical process and orchestra behind the mystery of life. Just take a breath today. seeing, touching, and experiencing. All of it is a gift and a miracle. You're here for the reason that only your soul knows. And you should know that you are exactly where you need to be, and there's no comparison or competition with anything or anyone. All of our paths are different, and we never know the whole story of another's path. And this card is asking you to stop and feel the fullness of life, feel gratitude, and be in the abundance that you are. There are some abundance practices. It mentions 3. So here's a few practices to increase your sense of abundance and gratitude. Number 1, journal on what you are grateful for today that isn't only external, but also what you are thankful for within yourself. And number 2, take time to be in your senses and enjoy magnificent smells, tastes, and movement, and create something beautiful. And number 3, tap with the tips of your fingers on your heart space and repeat, I am blessed. I am abundant. I am grateful. And do that for 5 to 10 minutes each day. The symbols here, we've got the macaw, which represents growth. There is here in the forget-me-nots, which represents remembrance. We've got the lotus flower here, which is transcendence. We have a little finch, which represents happiness, and the butterfly, which represents lightness. I like it. I like it. I like it. And then for your final card or cards here, we're pulling from the Teachers of Abraham, from the well-being cards from Esther and Jerry Hicks. So let's take a look here and see. What are their final messages here for you regarding your energy and your focus, and how we can transcend those and move those? Okay, they do want to give you these 2. So we'll start with this one. I am life everlasting. I am an eternal being. And that says you cannot die. You are everlasting life. In grace, you may choose to relax and allow your gentle transition back into your non-physical state of pure, positive energy. Your natural state is foreverness. I like that. This has been a good card for reading number 1. If you haven't checked out reading number 1, you might check that too, because that has to do with timing and divine timing. But this is nudging you to remember who you truly are, your true eternal self. Yep. Oh, well, my joy doesn't depend upon the approval of others. Well, I like it. No effective guidance will ever be achieved by seeking the approval of others, for they all desire different things of you. Constant, pure guidance from Source comes forth from within you. It's always there. Beautiful. I love this reading for you. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a couple things that you can do. First, on this video, you can give it a little thumbs up, which tells me that you're enjoying this content, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring you more similar content. The second thing that you can do is click that subscribe button, because that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go into the settings and select all, you'll be notified when new videos come out, and then you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free live readings. Right now I go live every Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing these things helps spread the Zen love, and so you're part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share any of the videos, if you subscribe to my channel, if you comment on any of the videos, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, wants to automatically share these videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, please know I'm very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box below. And at the time of this recording in the month of July of 2023, I am having a Crazy Zen 50% off sale on all of my personal readings. All that information will be listed in the description box down below as well. All right, beautiful people, as you're going throughout your adventure and transformation, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling from the Naked Heart Tarot. And we're going to dive in and just see what is the source of the sadness. What does Creator and Spirit want us to know about? Where is the sadness coming from? Where does it originate from? So let's take a look here. Okay. And what else? Okay, and those two. All right. So let's start off with this one here. And we've got the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands is like a power of energetic choice, and it has the energy of choice here. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, we have the Five of Cups, which this does represent sadness and the lower vibrational energies. Cups are the, suit of emotions. But the Five of Cups is great. I mean, I've been mentioning in each of the readings here that this purpose of this reading isn't saying, you shouldn't feel sadness and you need to, and you should change it. Five of Cups tells us and reinforces the message that we come here to experience the lower vibrational energies to understand the higher vibrational. We are naturally powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings who are made of unconditional love, and we come down here to experience the opposite. So if we're beings of joy, to understand joy more, we experience sadness. So this is saying that when we're ready, there's two choices, and we're not caught and imprisoned in the lower vibrational one. We can choose something different when we want, but we don't have to. Yeah, I figure we're going to have another 2 coming in here. So Two of Pentacles is about choices in the outside world. So I feel like what's coming in here, the source of our sadness is that we were not chosen for something. We feel like we were not chosen either by someone for a relationship or a job, or there was something that we were hoping that we would be the one that would get something, be with someone, and it hasn't happened or it didn't happen. And so we feel low about that because we're judging ourselves. We're using their actions or non-actions, their words or non-words, to define us. And that's where I feel like this energy is coming in here. We're also going to pull here from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. And let's see what else Spirit wants us to know about this, or how we can transform this when we're ready. So let's take, okay, they do want that one right there. And we got 5 obstacles and challenges. We're going to put that right here. And I believe, that is the 5 of Wands. So we have this other 5 here. The 5 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, number of transformation and change. And this says this card represents the obstacles, the power struggles, and challenges that you must face in order to overcome them. This could be a difficult period to get through, but it's not impossible if you open your mind and see the bigger picture of how something went wrong. Don't get caught up in it. Just pause and stand back for clarity. Observe where adjustments can be required or which decisions can be changed to enable you to move forward in a positive direction. Life really is all about learning, so don't play the victim. Take the knowledge you've gained from this experience so that you can apply it to similar situations in the future. This card often comes forth when competition is around you, whether it's in your personal or business life. This is an excellent time that you can think creatively and ask yourself, how can I make myself shine above all the rest? So not so much competition, but how can I shine in this situation, right? So numbers of change coming in here. And this not being chosen is such an important obstacle. It's an important challenge that comes into everyone's life, right? At some point, you're not chosen for a team or chosen for a relationship or chosen for a job that you're applying for or promotion or not winning Powerball. I wasn't the chosen one or whatever it may be. It impacts every area of our life. And it's an important lesson for us to realize that other people's actions or non-actions do not define us, right? We're also going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot. Let's dive in a little bit more here and see, what does Spirit want us to know? What can this transform into? How can we transform it? Or what other information we have? Okay, you actually get 4. So let's take a look here. Yep, we've got the 6 of Cups, nostalgia, old memories, transformation of older memories too. So a lot of our abandonment, our issues, feeling left behind, feeling left out in the cold, all of that kind of goes back to our childhood. If we don't deal with it when we're 7 years old and younger, when our emotional body is being created, when our little inner child, emotional child's being kind of born and initiated, which by the way, 0 people probably have done that. No one goes through, transformation of our emotions when we're that young. So they're usually stuffed down and they usually keep rippling out throughout our lives. So this being able to go back and look and see where the source of the original rejection, the original not being chosen originated, right? Yeah, and here's your Strength card. So you do have that inner power. You connect your human self with your higher self. I love how they have it combined here that, this helps us move into this realization that the outside world will never fill us up anyway. They could choose us for everything, but there would always be something that we wouldn't be chosen for some way, somehow in the outside world. Because the outside world is unstable, but we learn when we turn inward and upward to our higher self, we are always chosen 100% of the time. So if we want stability in our life, we're not going to find it in the outside world. The 3 places that we're told to look are relationships, situations, and things. And all those areas in the outside world are unstable, right? Everything fits into those 3 categories. People change, they pass away, they walk away, regardless of the type of relationship. Situations never stay the same, like jobs and education. And things, our bodies, break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, right? So it tells us that all those things in the outside world will disappoint us enough, will challenge us enough where we eventually turn inward and upward to find what we're looking for there. Yeah, and the 7 of Wands, beautiful energy with all of this, because this is not needing, like the feelings of not needing to defend. And this is actually the card I was thinking of when it said, how can I shine above the rest? Well, when you shine above the rest, people don't like that either. Especially if we're proclaiming that we're better than them. That's arrogance. Confidence is realizing what abilities you have and what you can do. Arrogance is I can do it better than you can, and then other people are like, really? Well, you need to be humbled and we're just the people to do it, right? But there's also this, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us, even if you're confident and you're shining bright forward without, vocalizing that you're better than anyone else. People will still have low self-esteem and see you as like you're trying to step up above them when you're just living your life. and they'll want you to come back down and be miserable with the rest of them, right? Come back here. Misery loves company. But you reply, but so does joy, and they have better parties. So I'm choosing joy, right? Yeah, and then here's the Six of Wands. So being in the limelight, stepping up above, validation, being seen by spirit. This is really so much about realizing that the recognition of the outside world hasn't brought you and will not bring you what you're looking for. It'll feel empty. I like how they have in this specific card here, if you look close, the audience here is all transparent, and so it's empty feeling. But the bright lights of spirit in the crater, you can see how they're looking upward towards the spotlights, which shows them that they get the recognition from inward and upward, from their higher self and from the spirit world, your spiritual entourage, who are following you around because they think you are a superstar. I like it. You are chosen by so many unconditionally on the other side. And then we're going to pull here from the power of surrender just to see what else Spirit and Creator would bring around how you can transform, or anything else here. We're not stubborn. Surrender, stubbornness. And it says, if you are tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. Yeah, the stubbornness we have around this list of things that has to happen to where we feel validated. The sadness comes in, the not being chosen is like, well, thank you for choosing me, but I want them to choose me. And we're putting a lot of importance on that particular person or situation choosing us. And when we're stubborn, we're going to live in that cycle of trying to please and not being pleased and being disappointed. But when we release a lot of this, then that opens us up to feeling fully validated and feeling full. We're also going to pull from the Gateway Oracle. We're going to see what else they want you to know here. What gateway can be opened from sadness to joy, sadness to feeling validated and chosen. All right. Yeah, making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. Yeah, and there you are, superstar. Like we said, your entourage follows you because you are a superstar. And let's take a look here and see what comes in here with this. And it says, you are making a difference in the lives of others in ways that you may not even know. Many benefit because of you. Your light radiates far and wide. Yeah, it radiates. You're seen even though you don't feel seen. Especially with all these cards here. It's amazing. The universe wants you to know sometimes the smallest actions can have the greatest impact. Perhaps it's a smile shared with a stranger, a kindness extended to an acquaintance, or a favor done for a friend. This is akin to the story about the man who returns beached starfish to the sea. And although he knows that he cannot possibly save them all, he continues his work because it makes a difference to the few he can save. And you can and will change lives. Take steps today that will make a difference in the life of another. And questions that you can ask yourself is, how can I make a difference? Whose life is positively impacted because of me? And what can I do to make even more of a difference in the world? It is amazing. I've had in my lifetime twice, and it's amazing that I had it happen once, but twice is just blows me away. And I love sharing this because, like it says, you never know what difference you're making in someone's life. So I've had two people that have told me to my face, right? They came back to tell me, just because I smiled at them in a hallway and just said, hey, how are you? Or just, hi, No deep conversation, nothing, just in passing with a smile. They were going to go kill themselves that day, or they were contemplating suicide. And just because I smiled at them and they saw a friendly face smile, and it gave them just enough inkling of hope and a spark of something where that made them wait another day. And in that day, their life changed just enough. And they told me within a week after it happening, saying, I just want you to know this. And it blew me away. And who knows how many people that you have smiled at who didn't tell us did we impact. So you make a difference in the smallest little thing that you think is just small. It does change people's lives. It does make a difference to a few, So I love it. All right. And then we're also going to pull here from the Law of Positivism Healing Oracle. And let's see what else they have here for you. Okay. And you've got, I take the path of love and devotion. Card number 27. We'll put that right here. And let's see what this brings in here. The path of the heart is direct and easeful, creating a direct communion with the divine and life. So living in devotion is giving everything up to God and letting the love flow seamlessly between and within you. Devotion is love, and love is devotion. So when in the state of devotion, any little thing we do for a higher cause, right? So when you live in devotion, all you do is created from and through the heart. And to live in devotion is to release the ego, the fruits of your actions, and the need to control outcomes. When residing in devotion to yourself, others, and the divine, you fill your heart with love that is always present. What is devotion to you? How can you be and live more devotionally? Is it said that devotion is it is said that devotion is the fastest way to enlightenment and connection to God. This is why chanting, singing, and playing instruments are devotional practices. When it comes from a place of unconditional love and trust, it is healing and enlightening. And some devotional practices, it says here, you can create daily and weekly rituals that connect you with your heart and the divine. For example, it gives 4 examples. 1, write devotional words, text, and poems to the divine from your heart. And this creates a direct and loving relationship to the divine. Number 2, chant, sing, dance, and move in devotion, giving your energy to the higher of highest. And number 3, devote your cooking, your plant care, and other daily routines you do to something higher. And number 4, visit sacred places in nature and contact with divine essence. In the picture here, the hibiscus represents the divine feminine, and the dahlia flower represents unity. So I love that coming in here for you. It's like when we're not chosen, what's the biggest thing we can do? Choose others, right? When we aren't getting something, give it, and then we're able to receive it, is another message I feel. And then lastly, we're going to pull from the teachings of Abraham well-being cards, and these are from Esther and Jerry Hicks. So let's take a look here and see what your final messages are. So your first one is, seeking approval of others hinders my joyousness. You can't make it up. That's what we talked about. All right. And it says, if the way you feel depends on anything outside of you, you're in trouble. But if you depend only upon your connection with your own inner being, then everything in your experience falls into alignment. Just can't make it up. Boom, there we go. And then I envision more and act less. Beautiful card there. And it says, as you take the time to find images in your mind that are pleasing, you will more often achieve vibrational alignment with all things that you desire. From that alignment, you will experience more inspired ideas and assistance from others. Inspired action is very satisfying and extremely productive. Yeah, so it's finding this inspiration, finding this way to act, right? You are making a difference, it's like letting go of our stubbornness of trying to get this acknowledgement from the outside world, seeing that it is just the divine that can give us the solid appreciation, the solid choosing of us that we're looking for. The outside world is fickle and ever-changing, and once we turn inward and upward, we fill up with this beautiful love, and it flows out to the world, and you truly do make a difference, and I like that. All right. And that is what they have for you here. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First, for this video, you can click the like button there. That does tell me that you're enjoying this content, and it tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content as well, and they'll bring you more of that similar content. Also, this other thing that you can do is click that subscribe button, because that gives you access to the notification bell, which when you select that, you are given, the option here to select all, and you're told of when new videos come out. You're also told when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings, which currently I go live every Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and so you're part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, and subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy happy, excited, wants to automatically share these videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things I mentioned, please know that I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. And right now, in the month of July of 2023, when this video is being recorded, I have 50% off all my personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box below, so you can check all that out. All right, beautiful people, as you're going through this amazing adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care.